Early on in Starfield, you will be able to customize your character, but it's not just limited to the way in which your character looks. There are things within here that if you change will reflect on the special skills and abilities that your character will have, and as time goes on, you can further develop these skills with skill points and the skill tree, which is also part of the game. And in this video, we're going to be going through absolutely everything. So yes, as mentioned, when you first start the game, you'll go through a bit of an intro, then you'll touch these artifacts which will knock you unconscious, and that is where you'll go through character customization. Here is where you'll be able to select your body type out of a number of different presets. You'll then be able to customize your body and also customize your character's face. All of this can be changed at a later date as well, as you'll need to go to a genetics facility. But there is also another section where you'll be able to select a background. Now, background is pretty much more or less exactly what it sounds like. It is what your character did before. These backgrounds are not just stories, they are also something that will provide functionality within game, because you'll have special skills that are linked to them. For example, we can look at the chef background, which will allow you to craft special food and drink and research additional recipes. You'll have an increase of 10% with melee damage, and you'll gain an extra 30 health points. These skills are limited to the chef background, and there are loads of other backgrounds available. We have combat medic, cyber runner, cyberneticist, diplomat, explorer, beast hunter, bouncer, bounty hunter, gangster, homesteader, industrialist, long hauler, pilgrim, professor, and ronin. For some of these, they've already been revealed of what special abilities and skills you'll be able to get from them. Others, not so much. They haven't been revealed, and it's likely we'll need to wait until the full release before we actually get to see the ins and outs of absolutely everything. But this in itself, selecting a background, will provide you with additional skills, which could potentially unlock additional content. Sticking to the character customization section, there's also another part to this. This is your traits. Now, traits in themselves are entirely optional. If you just want to go into this game with no traits, you can. If you want to go into this game with 3 traits, which is the maximum, you can. And of course, there's space in between for you to have 1 or even 2. Now, traits themselves are slightly different to backgrounds, because like backgrounds, and as we went through, they are overall a net positive. Of course, there'll be some which are better than others, but typically backgrounds will provide you with additional skills. With traits, you will unlock something, either a new skill or extra content, but there's also a negative side to that same thing. For example, we can look at the trait titled Alien DNA. This overall, as a positive, will give you a higher health pool and greater endurance. The negative is that healing items are less effective, and every trait that has currently been listed is laid out in a similar way. So depending what you want to do will depend on if you select any traits, because you might not want to deal with the negative downside, or you might be a much more positive player and look at all the benefits that you can claim. The traits that have been revealed so far is Alien DNA, Dream Home, Empath, Extrovert, 3-star Collective Settler, Hero Worshipped, Introvert, Kid Stuff, Neon Street Rat, Raised Enlightened, Raised Universal, Serpent's Embrace, Spaced, Wanted, and there could potentially be even more within the future. Now, before you immediately get put off with these traits because of the negative side effects, you can remove them. However, we're not 100% sure at the time recording this video. Bethesda have said that there is a way in which you can reduce or even completely remove the negative downside to these traits, but we don't know how. Likely it's going to be some type of content, some type of gameplay, and it's likely that it's going to be somewhat difficult considering some of these traits, they're not really easy to get out of. Now, all of this, which will set up your skills and abilities within game, come from the character creation itself. And unlike what we mentioned earlier, where you could go and see a genetics facility to customize your character, and you won't be able to add or remove traits. But once you get into the game, that's when things really get taken to a whole new level, because there are even more skills for you to unlock and build as time goes on. As you explore new planets, find new creatures, take down enemies, you will be able to build up your XP. And as you build up enough XP, you'll be able to level up. As you level up, you unlock skill points, and those skill points can be used to be distributed across a skill tree, giving you even more skills and abilities as you progress through the game. Now these skills are broken down into 5 categories: physical, social, combat, science, and tech. The choice is yours with how you want to play. Depending on your playstyle will depend what you select here. But it's not just a case of you going through this and buying the skills that you want with skill points to then upgrade them by buying into them yet again. It's not the case of you needing just to grind out as much XP as possible, although that will benefit you when first going through these to actually unlock the skills. Because once you unlock the skills, in order for you to rank these skills up so they're more effective, and I imagine in a lot of cases, a lot of them being overpowered, you'll actually need to perform the skill that you have just unlocked. For example, within the gameplay trailers and reveals, we have seen a skill called Intimidation. This actually comes under the social category. And once you unlock it, for you to rank this skill up, you will need to force an NPC at or below your level to flee for a limited time. You do this 5 times, you'll be able to rank this skill up. From there, the new challenge is for you to do the exact same thing again, but you need to focus this on level 10s, and you must do it for 25 different people. And hopefully you get the idea. As you keep on ranking up these skills, you unlock a better version of that skill, but in order for you to take it to the next rank, you'll need to repeat the skill on higher levels and do more of it. And the max rank for every single one of these skills is rank 4. Now, just like what we mentioned with the traits and backgrounds, even though some of them have been revealed and you're able to see them, we don't fully know if these are all of them. In fact, it's unlikely that it is all of them, and we definitely do not know the challenges which would be required for each and every single one. To be honest, even the one that I used as an example, which was Intimidation, we don't 100% know if that is going to be the challenge. That is the challenge that was revealed within the gameplay trailers, but there's nothing stopping Bethesda between now and the release in changing this. They can change it so that rank 1 you actually need to intimidate 10 people. Rank 2 you might need to do 50. It really comes down to what they think is best for the final release. What we do know is that you're able to create your character in a number of different ways. There is the character customization right at the beginning, but the real creation comes down to skills, because skills themselves have an impact. Your character can look however they want, and that's why Bethesda have opened the opportunity for you to change your character's looks at a later date, if you wish to do so. But your skills, that's what unlocks content. That's what changes the gameplay experience. And there are a number of different ways in which you can build upon this, through the trait system, through the background system, and through the skill system within game. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We upload Starfield videos 3 times per week, and you better know that this will increase massively by the full release. I also recommend that you click the next video on screen. Out of all the videos published to this channel, YouTube believes this one is perfect for you, and they're rarely ever wrong. So make sure that you click that video, and I'll be over there to guide you through absolutely everything.